この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Natsume Yuujinchou. We're on Natsume Yuujinchou Go, episodes 3 and 4. And last week we watched the first two episodes because we knew that 3 and 4 were apparently a two-parter. So here we go for that two-parter. Last week's pair of episodes, we first had the pot yokai, who was very interested in getting back a doll that she believed was hers and kind of was. And the more interesting part of the episode was finding out all this cool stuff about our grandmother, and that's super awesome. And then our second episode, we met the absolute sweetest, cutest little girl yokai who was chilling at a bus stop waiting for her friend, kind of, who gave her a towel 50 years ago because of a strange weather phenomenon that allowed him to see her, trying to reconnect with him, and ends up managing to by the end of the episode. Although the reconnection is only one directional, she's satisfied by that. It was really sweet, and it was really good, and she was really cute, and I loved it. It's great. So now we have, I know the title, I know there's going to be a Notori, the letter from the Exorcist. My guess is Notori sends a letter to Natsume and asks him to go help him with something that's like to help him, because that's what's happened a lot of times with Notori, and that sounds really fun. That's all I got. Like, I really don't have anything besides that in terms of expectations for these next couple of episodes. Maybe it'll be, I don't know. I just don't know. It's going to be Notori and Natsume, and we're going to do some stuff and probably seal some yokai away and maybe interrogate some of the, like, interesting differences between the two of them as exorcists and stuff like that. Great. Sounds wonderful. Let's just watch it and not talk anymore. How about that? Yeah, let's go. Okay, so I've got episode 3 of Natsume Yuujinchou Go up and ready to go. It is sitting at 0 seconds. There will be two versions of the reaction. Picture-in-picture version in the description. Timer-based version on YouTube. If you want to sync up with the timer version, you're welcome to sync up with the timer version. Why am I doing this with my hands? Just get your copy ready because the beep-beep timer to count you down will be coming at you right now. Let's go. Flurgenflus. Flurgendies. Flurbendoodles. Oh, hi, Natsume. Fight on, fight on, fight on, fight on, fight on, fight on. Okay, we don't know. Wait, that's not Taki, right? That's not Taki. Hey, this is pretty chill. It's a nice day. Hi, Dragonfly. Bye, Dragonfly. This is very pleasant. I'm now worried. I'm now worried that this is going to be darker than I thought it might be. Okay. So we are Nyanko free. That's dangerous. He might. He very well might. Hello. Oh. Yeah, okay. No. I don't think that's how it works. Really? Cool. Fuck. Why do I feel like this pretty girl is like a monster or something? Or like a Matoba? Sure. Now I'm doubly worried because it feels like we're gonna threaten that. We're like setting up this is Takashi's life and it's normal right now as though we're gonna cut into it. I'm scared. Ooh, letters. Letter from the Exorcist, so. Nope. Nope. It's not from. Oh, okay. I just had the wrong assumption. It's from Matoba. You know that. Come on. Hides it behind back. No. Nothing suspicious here at all. What's going on over there? Another exorcist? No. You guys fuck shit up so much when you screw that stuff up, man. Oh, wait, where's the letter? Oh, fuck. We're not showing that guy's face. Why hide? Was that Nyanko? Crap. We don't. Oh my god. Fully, genuinely got me. Wow. What do you have in that bag on your. Okay. True. True. Very fair. Very fair. You definitely can do that. Does that say Nanatsujiya? I think it does. Yeah, we've seen what half-assed. Oh, god damn it. Oh boy. Okay. Mmm. Protect, protect. Going on a short trip? Oh, to. Who is this? Valuable partners? A meeting. And he's like manipulating and using these inexperienced exorcists for some end. Is he Matoba affiliated or something separate? And is it a human or is it Is it a human or is that a yokai itself? I don't know. Of course, Notori Shuichi has a dank apartment. Oh, hi, Hiragi. Yeah. Yeah, hi. Can you buzz us in as a ghost? Don't whip that out here. Mm, mm. There's weird lighting. Is something wrong with Notori? Ah. Just wake him. Just wake him the fuck up. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Fuck. What? Shipped. Hey, we got buzzed in. How nice. Alright, had to put itself together. Oh, Jesus. Always creepy. Yeah, it looked very empty. It's just a place to crash. Oh. Oh. Do you have another place where you stay, or just this? That makes sense. Oh, okay. Okay. Plug that phone back in. The torture chamber. Oh, nope. It's the yokai stuff room. Lots of yokai stuff. That's so big that we're just expanding the world of exorcism. So that they can get a successorship. That's what friends are for, baby. Hell yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. I was expecting him to get kicked out. Not doing it for any reason. Yeah. What did Matoba's letter say? Maybe it's related. Maybe he wants Natsume as a. Uh-oh. Watch it be Matoba on the phone. He's in that other place. Hit us with that voicemail. That is, you are being cursed via phone. Unplug the phone, 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 unplug the phone. This was all a setup to get this yokai into Notori's place somehow? That's some weird Xanatos Gambit stuff. Okay. Okay, what's the catch? I love that. Yeah. That was from Beardy Guy, right? Probably. Really? Really? That's crazy. Happened to. Yes, and so they are fully capable of deep evil. Human is the greatest monster. Oh. Whoa. Whoa, there is a lot of backstory drop here. Not you. Kinjutsu. The circles. Like, yeah. Hmm. Oops. The book? Oh, like Matoba. Never bind their real name. Yeah. Yeah. You got a book full of bound names, like real names of real yokai. He's fully caught up in it, dude. You are not. Sure. Shipped. Shipped. Yeah, lots of info. Yeah. You. Sure. Oh, fuck. The letter is there somehow? How? How did the letter get there? Did it get sucked into the pot? Somehow? When the exorcist did his thing? Weird. Nope. Nope. But at least Notori will know whatever Matoba's up to because he got the letter. It is exactly true. Why? Yes, do that. Fuck you. You're gonna ask for buy-in before you tell? Ooh, Nyanko. No, that would be great. Fuck off, you're always an enemy. He wants help with this whole, like, there are exorcists fucking shit up situation. Do their desires actually align? Oh god. That is a red fucking forest. That's not ominous at all. You're the one who told us to. True, he's got that threat. Fuck you. Excuse me? It's Mr. Beardo, right? Okay. Ah. I hate your voice. Fuck you. So that they can all be murdered. Yeah. You genuinely believe that Natsume is the linchpin. Don't get close. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Personal space. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. It's not that selfish a request. It's a good move. You have to. Because I fucking hate you, you No. I will kill you. Nyanko, bite his head off. Nyanko, right now. Nyanko, kill him, please. Kill him? Kill him. 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 Die. 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 Fuck you. Fuck you. God, I hate you, you gaslighting evil fuck. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, that is the most threatening creature in existence. Try it, Matoba. Try it. I want to see you bleed. No. No. Big no. There is reason to get involved, but... Oh, God. The best way to get involved would be to murder Matoba. Lots of maitake. Delightful. Neighbors. Ha ha ha. I have such an appetite. It tastes like gravel. Aww. We'll be waiting a long time. Yeah. They're so cute. They're so cute. Relationship goals. So cute. Fuck you. Just every time he appears on screen, I'm just gonna be like, fuck you, die. Just go away. I hate you. I'm sorry. I can't. It's just so visceral. Yeah, I'm not happy about this either. Sure. Let's do that. And then you can fuck off and die. Oh, that's the end of the episode. God, I hate him. I cannot not hate him. Ah! All those people who like Matoba or who ship Natsume and Matoba, I don't understand you. I just do not understand. I hate that guy so much. I hate him so much. It is... There are very few fictional characters that I have had as much, like, visceral, pure, like, disgust and contempt for than motherfucking Matoba. Because, like, we get him. We understand him pretty well at this point. I think. And I fucking hate everything that I understand about him. No, 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 no. Okay, thank you. Shadow of Linked Chains. All right, well, we're gonna watch that. Oh man, there's really only one section of this episode that I deeply want to go through, and it's that section where Matoba and Natsume talk because there's so much fuckery in it. That's the one thing that I really want to like interrogate and go deep into. There is some other stuff over the course of the episode that's cool. I think that the first portion of this episode does a wonderful job of like showing Natsume's day to day. Not like his day to day, but like a segment of his life that puts us into this relatively at peace, content mindset that he's in. And it's like it's amazing because this is character growth once more. Natsume doesn't get the chance to just walk around in the opening scene of an episode. Natsume doesn't get the chance to just walk around and be like walking from school and not being chased by a yokai and not like whatever else going on. Not like something crazy is going on all the time in Natsume's life. To just be able to walk home on what seems like a really pretty spring day and like see the dragonflies and everybody else is doing their thing and Natsume is doing his thing and he feels fine and he's like smiling slightly and generally content with his place in the world and his existence because we've worked over the course of seasons to show him getting to that point. This is great. This like these little moments where he just turns and watches the dragonfly fly away and is like pleased by nature are genuine and real and they feel good. Nyanko is frolicking around. There's banter about Nanatsujiya. There's all this other stuff going on. It's great. We run into friends randomly. We have a chat with Nishimura that's like genuine and is about cram school and whether we're going to school and wants and desires and normal friend stuff. And then Nishimura goes on about like, oh, there's this really cute girl there. That's why I'll go to cram school. And that's a very legit conversation that some teenage boys might have. Like, I really don't want to go to my extracurricular classes, but there's this cute girl there, and so I'm gonna go, and I will pretend to do my SAT prep, but I'm really there to flirt with this girl who I'm really into. Great, that's lovely. And also Nishimura doesn't get super pervy about it, which helps a lot with me being okay with this as a scene. It's nice, it's solid. And then that transitions into to protect these peaceful days, the fact that I can see yokai needs to be secret. I think this is an excellently done setup for what's to come, which is that we're going to threaten all of that stuff. So to show us over the course of, well, we're 3.5 minutes in. So that means we've had 2 minutes of anime, 1.5 minutes of opening. So in the first 2 minutes, we fully established Natsume at a status quo that he is content with, and then we threaten that. I think that's great storytelling, because we, as an audience, have been with this character long enough that our biggest goal, our biggest desire is for Natsume to be a happy boy. Like, we have nothing but altruistic intent for our character here. He is the bum diggity, he's the sweetest dude, and he deserves good things in his life. And he's finally getting them. So when you threaten those things, it gives real narrative weight and stakes to us, the audience, because we're like, I want him to be okay, and you're threatening the things that are making him okay, and I am super not okay with that. So the way that Natsume has established its story and its characters up to this point, it's real and genuine emotion when you get Matoba threatening the Fujiwaras and threatening Natsume's idyllic life, which isn't even idyllic. It still sucks. There's still yokai problems all the time and all kinds of things, but it's livable. It's like you're out of the gutter. You've got a home. You've got family. You threaten that shit, and I'ma stab you. Like that's how I feel as an audience member, and I just want to take this moment to give credit where credit is due, and there is credit due to making this story in such a way that when a part of our character's home life gets threatened, I will stab a bitch. I want to stab a bitch. I want to leap through my screen into the dimension of two-dimensional animation, find a knife, and stab a bitch. That's what I want to do to Matoba if he threatens the Fujiwaras in any way, shape, or form. I am not okay with that. And that just means that I care. Like, not only do I care about the Fujiwaras because they're sweet, but that's not why I care about them. I care about them because Natsume cares about them, and I care about Natsume, right? So I just think that's good storytelling. That's good writing, right? What else do you call that when you feel something so viscerally and deeply, when it's like a part of this world gets threatened that you want to protect these peaceful days, as Natsume says? You call that good writing. I am in that zone, in that mindset. And this whole beginning to the episode demonstrating all of that until the shock of the letter snaps everything into perspective, like this can all be taken away, can all be threatened, is really solid. This is good writing. Good writing, well writing. And there's this obvious paradox there, which is that to protect the Fujiwaras, he has to keep them in the dark. Again, I mean, we've been over this in discussion before. Like, I think that Natsume could tell the Fujiwaras what's up, and they would get it, and be okay with it, regardless. And, I mean, like, yeah, Shigeru has had run-ins with Reiko, and so there are like elements that makes. No, did he have a run-in with Reiko, or did he have a run-in with? I think he did have a run-in with Reiko. It was him as a little kid. Yeah, okay. I think that it could all work out, but story-wise, Natsume is not letting that happen at all, and so this makes total sense. I will also say, I mean, I assume that her hair is still in a little bun, but just like she looks like she has chin-length short hair here, and she looks really great. She looks so good. Super, super cute mom. She's the bomb diggity. Okay, random exorcist. We completely avoid showing this guy's face throughout the scene. I do want to see if we see what happens to the letter. No, it gets blasted away, it looks like. Looks like it gets blasted away and flies away. It doesn't seem like it gets sucked into the jar or anything. Oh, it does! We can see it! Okay, that is what happened. Great. So that was the only logistical thing that I was iffy on. I wasn't sure about the logistics of how the note got to Notori. Now we understand it got sucked into the jar during the exorcism. Bingo. Great. And that seems like an extremely important plot point, because I think it gives Notori the information that Natsume has been brought to some meeting by Matoba, and thus Notori can be prepped for that, which I think is very important. Okay, so we see this fuckboy yokai. How many episodes ago was it where we had a fuckboy yokai who screwed something up by sealing the like half of a god duality with the two deities, right? Like that was a thing that happened. So as soon as we see this fuckboy exorcist who's like, I can just seal these things and look really powerful, yay! It's like, well, okay, something's wrong here. This is bad. So we search for our letter, seek the letter, can't find the letter, get scared, hide from the thing. Nyanko did a meow. He's got a thing. I assume it's from Nanatsujiya. And great, we got to find that letter. Also, there's an imperfectly sealed yokai. Boom. Great plot hook. Got to figure out what to do with it. Excellent. This is near where Nishimura goes to school. Got to protect the friendos. Excellent. Go to a condo. It's a big condo. Great. Ring the doorbell. Hiragi's there. He disconnects his phone. Makes perfect sense. I actually really like this shot. Just the blown out lighting behind her and then the dark shadow in front makes her seem kind of creepy, which is not a thing that I would associate with Hiragi, but it works in this context. I think it works really well. And then I also love her answer, which is just like, yeah, just annoy him until he wakes up. Just ring that doorbell some more. It'll be fine. There's no like Hiragi lets you in and you get to walk in on Notori sleeping. Like, nope. You just annoy him. It's fine. He's my master. He'll understand. Just ding dong that shit as much as you want. Excellent. Hi. Great. And then the whole like Russell bump as he's trying to get stuff going is a little bit of ship fodder because it's like, oh, he cares what Natsume thinks of his place, even though his place is completely barren. It's kind of cute. All right, great. So that's where I'm like shipped. And Notori, as a person who lives in the empty shell of a life, is really poignant, isn't it? I think that's a really solid choice that we enter into Notori's condo, and he even says, like, my house is elsewhere, and I really only go to my house in order to grab tools. Like, my house is basically a storage shed, and this place is where I live, but it's empty because I don't do anything except go and act as, like, this high-profile actor model dude, and use my secret room full of yokai stuff and go hunt yokai, which, let's be real, is pretty badass. If you're like, yeah, on one hand, I'm this dope-ass actor who's really handsome and everybody loves me. I also run a secret life as like a by-night yokai investigator and exorcist. That's pretty sick. But the idea that his apartment is empty, I don't know. It harkens to something that's like that we've never really interrogated before, which is what drives Notori Shuichi? Why is he the way that he is? Why is he who he is? Why does he care about yokai so much? Why is he seem so invested in this? And we don't really have an answer for that, and that's okay that we don't have that answer, but I would love to flesh that stuff out. Because this empty life that we see of his is really interesting. I guess maybe it's that he fulfills what he wants to do all the time. Like, he feels fulfilled by his acting and stuff, and he feels fulfilled by his yokai stuff. And so he doesn't need, like, hobbies or wall hangings or other things in his room. And I personally understand that as well. I'm a person who has, like, almost never had anything hanging on any of my walls. It's just not something that I do. I don't decorate. I don't have the impetus to decorate. Like, having the paper pals over here is the closest thing to decoration that I've almost ever done. Or, like, buying the screen as the backdrop for my videos is, like, the closest to decoration that I've ever done. I didn't buy this screen as a piece of furniture that I thought was cool. The impetus for buying it was like, I need something behind me because my bed is right behind that and I want to close this off so that it looks a little bit more professionally. I'll buy something that I think looks cool to fit that purpose. But, like, I didn't get it because I was like, I want decor. I did it because I was like, I'm on camera and I want a backdrop that, like, works. So I understand this sort of aesthetic idea of not wanting to put things on walls and wanting to live in, like, a clean feeling space. But that's not the vibe that I get from Notori. I get this vibe of, like, he's driven by something else and hyper-focused on something else. Kind of the way you might open, like, a detective movie with, like, the 55-year-old detective who's been on the beat for a long time and the work is his whole life and his apartment has nothing in it but, like, a whiskey bottle on the table. But even then, there's a whiskey bottle on the table. That tells us something about our rugged character who, like, goes and investigates stuff and then comes home alone. Like, maybe he's divorced and he just, like, drinks himself to sleep every night. That makes perfect sense. Notori doesn't have any of that. There's nothing here. It's just the empty apartment, and that's kind of crazy and super interesting to me, I think. Yeah, cool. So let that go. Plug the phone in, go into the place, do the thing, to do a spiddly-doo, spiddly-dee, lots of convo. The combo is very cute, very shippable. It's nice. Nyako goes in the place, the phone rings, and it's the curse. And it sounds like that bearded individual, who I assume is a yokai. Cool. Clan of accursed paper wielders, accept the curse of the abandoned. Yeah, crazy. And it just so happens to let that yokai out. I wonder if that was an intentional, like, plan. I don't think so. I assume not, because, like, that's such a Xanatos, like, gambit of, like, all these things lining up to make that work. I don't know. Cool. So this thing's a bad thing. We seal it. Great. We did it. Glorious. And now we get to chat about curses and stuff, which is the important thing. All right, sometimes some people in the same line of work send curses to harass me, and there's some interesting stuff coming up here that I want to investigate. Right. Line from Natsume. This is a very interesting one, but exorcists are people, right? Why would they do something so terrible? Ah, what an interesting line. What an interesting line, isn't it? Because there's an implicit implication in this. Implicit implication. That's two words with the same root. There is an implication in this, and that implication is that people are good and yokai are the ones who do bad things. Right? People are innately good is the general premise that Natsume comes to. But exorcists are people, right? Why would people do something so terrible? And this opens a door into Natsume's mind-brain place, doesn't it? Everyone is good in Natsume's mind. All of the families that abused him did so for completely legitimate reasons, and it was really his fault because he's twisted by being different. And if he were just normal, people would have been perfectly good to him, and everything would have been normal. Sorry, buddy, that's not true. People are capable of horrifying atrocities, incredible horrifying atrocities, and they will do it in the name of almost anything. Whether it's following orders to murder scores and scores of people that you think are lesser, or it's war crimes instigated in the rape of a particular city. And I mean rape in terms of rapio rapere, the Latin root to seize. Just saying. Or, like horrible religious crusades that killed millions of people, or hundreds of thousands of people, because the population of the world was much smaller. Hundreds of thousands of people died, and because God said so. And the people doing it enjoyed it and reveled in the bloodshed and the slaughter and the destruction of people who weren't aligned with their God. People can be real evil, and so this worldview is very Pollyanna for Natsume. But exorcists are people, right? Why would they do something so terrible? People wouldn't do something so terrible. Exorcists are people, therefore they wouldn't do something so terrible. But the truth is that anyone is capable of anything, and any human being is capable of murder, and is capable of deceit, and is capable of theft, and is capable of all sorts of things as long as they have the right justifications. Given that you are fucking full-on starving, you will steal for food, even if that's completely against your principles. Given that you've been indoctrinated into a cult, you will kill people if you are told to. Like, if your beliefs line up properly and you've been washed properly, you will kill them happily, and you will do it because it is your duty. People are capable of all kinds of things, and beyond that, people are capable of being sadistic and truly evil, not just performing acts that they think are justified, but people are capable of true sadistic evil. And your Stanford prison experiment fully indicates that, right? Like, go read the hell, even read the Wikipedia page. It's pretty sparse comparatively to like a full account of the prison experiment, but like, go read it. See what people are capable of when they're given the chance to exert their authority over other human beings. It can be really dramatically horrifying. And these are not evil people. They're students and grad students and like normal people living in a modern society where we think that we all respect each other and like get along and make things work. But the truth is, we're all fucking animals and we're monsters, and we can be. And being unaware of that possibility is really dangerous. I mean, for Natsume to be unaware of the possibility that like, he's a little different because as a fictional character, he's written to be so fucking pure that I'm not worried that Natsume would get involved in like, he has such a strong moral compass that I'm not worried that Natsume is the kind of person who wouldn't understand the capacity of humans for evil, and that then would thus end up instigating evil himself. But that is a very real danger in real life, I think. If you're not aware of what you are capable of, then you are not in control of yourself. So understanding that you, as a person, as a human being, probably 18 to 24, because that's most of my audience, if you were put into a situation where things were dire, or your worldview was different, you would be completely capable of horrible acts that are absolutely untouchable to the you that is right now, completely capable of them, as would everyone else that you meet. So it's important to be aware of that and to like color your worldview on that basis. And that basis is not to say the pure opposite of the implied thing here. The implied thing here is that people are good, or that Natsume believes that people are good. And I'm not trying to say the opposite, that people are evil innately. I don't think that either is true. I don't think that humans are innately either good or evil. In fact, I think that evil and good themselves are relative. Like, what is good to you might not be good to someone else. And good generally has to do with, like, it's cultural and it's learned in a lot of ways, but there are certain things that are more innate feeling, like murder is one, or just helping other people who are in need is another. And Natsume is so obviously good, but gosh, I lost my train of thought. I was really on a roll there, and it just went zip, and it's gone from my brain. Regardless, I think it's very interesting that Natsume demonstrates this worldview, and I wonder if we're going to shake it. I wonder if we're going to really interrogate this one, and I think that the Matoba is a great way to do that. There are a number of possibilities for how this next episode goes, and one of them that could be really interesting is, like, Matoba evil, right? He's the kind of evil that he doesn't think that he's evil. He thinks that all of his actions are justified, but he actively enslaves or murders yokai, who are sentient beings with feelings, and we've established that. Enslaves or murders them for his own ends. He is deeply selfish, and everything that he does, he thinks is justified because he grew up in that environment, and that's fine. But he's not a good guy, and we don't like him very much. However, it seems like he might not be 100% lying that their goals might be aligned right now, that there's an exorcist fucking shit up, and all the exorcists need to make sure that he doesn't fuck shit up or we're all screwed. The way that he goes about doing that and, like, threatening to tell the Fujiwaras and all this bullshit sucks and is pure evil and is pure cruelty, honestly. It's there's no reason to be doing that. It sucks. It's bullshit. But I'm interested in maybe this line of, like, people across the border of good and evil can work together in order to pursue common goals, even if their general overall goals are not aligned. And that could be very interesting to investigate, I think. I don't know. I fucking hate Matoba. Let's get to the Matoba part. Actually, I need to go through the whole exorcism part to re-grok what what Notori says. So give me a moment to run through this all. I can't, like, put this in the video because it'll get blocked, but give me a moment. Okay, as I'm going through it, this is the first thing that I come to, which is just the nonchalant way that Notori expresses. Sometimes people in the same line of work send curses to me, and so when I go to sleep, I just unplug my phone. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Like, this is what you have to deal with to be an exorcist. Maybe I don't want to be an exorcist, right? It's, like, a little insane. What does it remind me of? It's just like he's just like, yeah, this is normal. I get people sending curses to me all the time, like people trying to cast evil magic on me, so I unplug my phone. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? What does it remind me of? I guess it reminds me of a period in my life. Like, I had a very small balance on a credit card. This was a number of years ago. I had a very small balance on a credit card. I think it was like $100, but it was a small, like, starter credit card. I don't use credit cards anymore, period. But I had a small starter credit card, and I had like $100 of balance on it. And I couldn't pay it off. Like, I just didn't have a source of income, and I fucked up. So it ended up going into collections. And so I would get phone calls, like 4 to 12 phone calls from different numbers every day. And it got to the point where I just did not ever pick up my phone to a number that I didn't recognize because I was constantly getting fucking robocallers from collections agencies and stuff. It sucked. But, like, I can imagine myself nonchalantly expressing that to somebody, like a friend being like, "Hey, I texted you. Like, why didn't you respond to that? I texted you like 2 days ago." It's like, "Oh, my phone has been off because I get a billion calls from collections agencies every fucking day." And I would just say that like nonchalantly, and they'd be like, "You cut yourself off from the world because of like phone calls that you're getting phone calls all the time? You're 19. What the fuck?" Yeah, that's insane and not healthy. And it was a pretty like not a fun time and a little bit of a paranoid time for me personally, but like that's sort of the vibe that I get from Notori here. He's like, "Yeah, this is just normal." And Natsume's like, "That's not normal." Even I know, even Natsume knows that that's not normal. That's weird. You're getting cursed phone calls all the time. Jesus. Okay, let me move along because there's more. There's more here for sure. The Notori clan was an old clan of exorcists. Eventually, people who could see the yokai stopped being born in the Notori clan. Got it. Its descendants gave up the business, but I'm back in business now. Cool. Some of the other exorcists don't like that. Why? Used to make fun of us for running away. Got it. And now someone as talented as me is back. Got it. So they ostracized your family because you, quote, ran away from exorcism because you lost the ability to see yokai. And now a very talented exorcist from that family returns and gets a lot of flack and they get jealous. Got it. Cool. Thank you, Notori, for allowing me to re-explain that or to understand that. I think there's a little bit more here, so let me go through it. And then the Matabas have a history of rivalry. Scary to think that these old hatreds survive. But he was ready for it going into that line of work. Cool. And then we get this but after, like, when I went into the family's line of work, I was ready for it, but not you. You weren't informed, right? You didn't know that this was a possibility. And then we find out about forbidden techniques, kinjutsu, including Taki's grandfather's circle, which is kind of crazy that that's the case. But then here we get into the stuff that threatens, that like seems to indicate that the book might be forbidden. And that's very interesting. So let me go through this. But there are probably all kinds of nasty side effects. I wonder what that means for us. And no one's ever actually mastered such a technique. Oh, well, about that. Yeah, Natsume just sweats. Jesus. Certain methods of exorcisms and contracts that are forbidden. And they can even curse people who aren't involved, which is terrifying for Natsume. Por ejemplo, contract of mastery. You have to give them a fake name and never bind their real name. Otherwise, even your normal speech becomes words that they must obey. So it gives them like a full literal control situation where you might say something offhand and then they actually do it. So it's almost, oh geez. So there's the possibility that like if a yokai is bound with its real name and Natsume goes, "Gosh, I wish that all the bad people in town would just disappear," that yokai might take that as an order to go and kill all the quote bad people in town and actually go do it. And its definition of bad might be like something else. Fuck. That's terrifying. There are also cruel spells that allow you to crush their name and take their life. That's another a technique that takes a lot of power and might not actually exist. Yeah, it actually exists. It's in my fucking fanny pack right now. Literally right there, right now. Jesus. I think back then I wanted you to be my ally. Hell yeah, allies sounds cool. Want your help. Close-ups, ship fodder, bingo boingo. But now I'm happy to be able to help you. Great. And now we move along into the next thing, which is he finds the letter and Mataba is here. Fucking asshole. Okay, I could tell you here, but I want to tell you somewhere else. Go with him. And I love this. This is the dopest. The little glow in his eyes and the narrowing. The more people around, the more filling my meal. I am with you, Nyanko. Eat that fucking exorcist. Eat his head. Eat it. Ow. Chomp his fucking head skull. I'm not here. I love this shit from this villain, man. I mean, he's not even a villain. He's an antagonist. There's a difference. I'm not here as an enemy is such an interesting statement to come from someone like this, because he is innately diametrically opposed to Natsume. He is always here as an enemy. Anything that he ever does because of his mindset will be wrong in our mindset. Like, we cannot see eye to eye with this character ever. It will not happen. And fucking gaslighting bastard and fucking threatening asshole. God, I hate him. I fucking hate him. Alright, so we walk through the ominously dark red forest. No important thing here. But yeah, if he did something weird in front of the Fujiwaras, I'll send you back safely. Fuck off. The real thing is tomorrow. The meeting. Cool. Talented shaman's being attacked by someone. It's a problem for all of us. The person behind it is an exorcist. And they're likely being controlled by a yokai. Probably the bearded one that we saw. Great. We have to find him from among our fellow exorcists, so we're going to bring everybody together. And we want you there because you're talented as fuck and you'll figure shit out. Don't know who's going to be attacked or when, blah, blah, blah. So I sent you a request for your help. Right. It's stupid to do something like this with no chance of victory. And Natsume is the linchpin. It's so interesting how much Matoba fully and obviously respects Natsume's power, but fully disrespects his perspective. It's crazy. I also hate him getting anywhere near Natsume. Just like social distancing, man. 6 feet. Fuck off. Fuck right off. Fuck right off. Jump in the lake. Fuck you. God, I hate him so much. Right. You'll help, yes. And then threats. Why would I accept a selfish request for you? Absolutely. Think about it for a night. I'll be back in the morning. You can't just, I don't want you coming to my house either. Indeed. Why? You haven't told the two of them about your power. He wants to, like, force him to be a full-time exorcist, right? He wants to force Natsume into this life. I'll tell them all the terrifying... God, and it's so fucked because this is the perfect threat for Natsume, right? Like, it's such a crazy thing to say is, like, I will let these deeply compassionate people know about your struggles is such a threat to Natsume. When, in reality, I see the likelihood of this going down as, like, Matoba comes in and is like, hey, Fujiwaras, guess what? This boy who's living with you is not what he seems. It turns out that he's constantly threatened by ethereal beings that threaten all of you, and he goes out of his way all the time to protect you, and he hasn't told you about this, again, because he's trying to protect you. And the Fujiwaras go, yeah, we're gonna kick this kid out of our home. No, the Fujiwaras go, oh shit, we had no idea that our boyo was having this much of a hard time. Buddy, you can talk to us about this stuff. We love you. We love you even more. We're fully compassionate. Let me make you some nice bentos. Do your yokai friends want bentos too? Like, what do we do here? You've got weird yokai friends. We can't see them. You want to have them over for a snack party? Like, here we go. I made snacks for everyone. Have some food. That's what would happen with the Fujiwaras. They wouldn't be like, oh, this kid's all freaky. Get him out of here. No, they'd be like, oh, you poor thing. We had no idea, and you've not been able to tell any of your previous... Wow, this makes so much sense. I'm so glad that you found us because we're down. We're fine with this. This is great. I'm so glad that you were able to tell us. Like, but in context, and Matoba knows this, it is the deepest threat for Natsume. It threatens all of the status quo that's established, right? It's like, it's terrifying. And that's what makes it fucking evil. Matoba may not understand, like, I don't think he understands the compassion of the Fujiwaras. I don't think that he has the capacity to comprehend how good they are. And so for him, logically, it's like, I tell them this, they kick him out. Great, haha, I win. But just the fact that he knows that this is Natsume's weak point and is immediately not only willing but like actively goes for that weak point when what he's trying to do is be like, hey, there's this meeting. It actually lines up with your goals to come to this meeting and help us all out to figure out this crazy exorcist situation. We gotta form a united front. You don't like me. I like you, but you don't like me, and that's okay. But we need to do this. And Natsume would probably go like, this threatens my friends. Okay, I'm there. I'll go. Instead, he like immediately he mentions that friend stuff before. He's like, exorcists, we need this help. Shit's gonna go wrong. If this keeps up, dangerous stuff is going to be happening in town. And Natsume already saw that and has the motivation present, right? He saw this poorly sealed yokai that could have burst out and gone on a rampage and maybe killed Nishimura on his way from school, right? That's not something Natsume can allow. And so he will obviously jump in and do whatever it takes to help, even if that means working with Mataba. But Mataba doesn't come with that as his motivation. He's not like, hey, Natsume, you want to protect the town. I don't give a shit, but you want to protect the town. I want to get rid of this exorcist. This exorcist threatens the town. It is in both of our best interests to work together to get rid of this exorcist who's fucking stuff up. Instead, he goes, I'll ruin your life if you don't come. How evil can you be? Like, that's just evil, right? That's just fucked up and manipulative. He knows that this is what scares Natsume most and immediately uses that. It's all stick, no carrot. There's no like, yeah, we should work together on this. Maybe we don't see eye to eye, but we can see eye to eye on this one thing. We're actually not enemies in this one situation, and there's no secondary ulterior game plan. Instead, there's obviously an ulterior motive, and there's a cruel desire to like go through with this threat and tell the Fujiwaras, blah ha ha. It's bullshit. It sucks. And Natsume, like, being willing to give into this just gives Matsuba this power over him at all times. He can always go, you do what I want, or I tell the Fujiwaras. And it's always the same threat, and it's always just as threatening, until Natsume goes, fuck it, tell him. Fuck it, do it. Ask me if I care. I do, but do it anyway, right? And that's just not gonna happen. Yeah, just stay the fuck away from my house, and he just walks away. Poor Natsume does not do well in confrontations. It's really unfortunate. But at least Nyako is here to just give a little glare. And, hi. Hi, I'm watching you. And then just cute, cute, cute Nyako being cute. Very good. And we've gotta go. Was the one who attacked Natori-san. Perhaps, indeed, perhaps. And then we see all this stuff. The rice is delicious, and they're just being the cutest. And this is all just like as much or more, just like, yeah, this is all the good stuff. We gotta protect them 100,000% to protect these peaceful days. End. Or, well, lead into end as we meet up with Matuba and bam. Okay, we're going to the meeting. I don't know what the meeting is going to be. We're trying to root out an exorcist who seems to be controlled by a yokai. I don't know if that means possessed, but being controlled. And we haven't seen their face, but we've seen enough of them to be able to recognize them. Cool. This is a very interesting setup for the first half of a two-parter, and I really enjoy the things that we've been able to dig into and talk about. Some of that Notori stuff is very interesting, and a lot of that Matuba stuff is very interesting, and the rest of the episode is nice and solid, and does a lot of great groundwork to support the storyline that we're pursuing, which is this like cool thing that threatens our cool situation that we're actually in. Nice. Let's move on to the next episode. I'm going to take a breaky thingy, do a stinky thingy, be back in just a second. So I will see you in just a second. Peace. All right, welcome back. We are ready to go for Natsume Yuujinchou Go, episode 4. Let's just dive right in. Beep beep timer. Let's do it. Also, there's some hammering going on over there. I don't know why, but it's happening. Sorry. Beep beep timer. No. Yep. Great. Fuck off. Die. Go away. Ugh. What a mentality. Mm-hmm. Natori Shuichi has it. Shadow of linked chains. Is this the same place where we were before? Nope, different place. Real big. One of our villas. Jesus. Ugh. Ugh. I'm looking at that little scruff of beard on the middle guy. Fuck off. To change? Like 7. Oh, you've just co-opted all that property, eh? Maybe you shouldn't kill a yokai. Interesting. So where did Shuichi come from? Okay, he was just born into it. Hmm? It's all advantage, disadvantage, you know? God, I fucking hate him. No, I'm not gonna work for you. No! God, no. No, you can't. From what? Ugh. It's because you don't have a cohesive worldview. Alright. Sure. Yeah, same. Big same. Ah. Ah. That's very bad. Very bad. Shit. It's pretty accurate to his character, actually. What? What? You're not human. Wow. Nope. Do not chew that gum. Do not chew that gum. Do not put that in your mouth. Is that a mask? Yeah, that's a mask. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. What would have happened if he ate the gum? So now he gets saved by Mataba? Fuck that. I'd rather die. I'd rather die. Just let me die. He just killed that yokai. Good job baiting it out. Ah. Ah. That's very scary. Oh. And the gum? The gum adds the masks to them? Yes, help them. Fuck off with the second part. Yes, he'll help them. Right. Classic Natsume motivation. Protect those around you. Hell yeah. Oh, he loves that, doesn't he? Matsuba loves that, doesn't he? He forced him to play the game, to do something for himself, even if that's to protect people. Ooh. Hmm. I do not like that Mataba is in a public situation where he can pretend that Natsume is his slave. I don't like that. But of course, there's the ulterior motive. I don't know. Probably. Also, where's Natori? Yeah, my thought exactly. You sure? I think he's here in disguise. Shit. Fuck. Was that Nyanko? Thank you, Nyanko. Thank you so much. Holy crap-a-moly. Thank you, Nyanko. Oh, lovely. Uh, look up, look up, look up. There's our guy. You can fuck right off. Yeah. No. No. Oh, okay, never mind. That's actually very helpful. But you're having this conversation at the window. The dude can hear you. Hmm. Ooh. Ooh. Hypotheticals. Ooh. Fuck off. Fuck off. Die. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Humans are cowards. Okay. Fuck off. Thank God. Thank God. Hell yes. Hell yes. I reject your whatever it is. But he smiles. Now, right now, always. Anytime you want, Yonko, just bite his head off. Just go for it. You don't need to ask permission to kill Matopa. Just do it, man. Just fucking do it. Everybody will salute you. Oh, that's the guy. That's the exorcist. Yes. Nope. Maybe he was possessed? Oh, yep, that'll do it. What? What? Oh, Jesus. I feel like those aren't Yonko. I feel like those are Notori paper. I think those are Notori paper, actually. Is he, like, invisibly following Natsume around and, like, using paper shit? Mosquito. Pretty sure. This is the... Whoa. What a revelation. It's from that dude. Stinky jinkies. Wow, there goes our lead. That's fun. Go touch that dude. And now, you're fucked. Oh, I'm down. Oh, I'm not actually here for that. Can we just, like, explain this to this guy and then let him go to murder all the Matabas? That sounds great to me. That's pretty funny. I imagine that Sensei is, like, full crawling. Are you fucking joking? Notori Shuichi finds it. Anyone weak? All the credit to Matoba, eh? So Notori wasn't here? Yeah, because he was weak. Oh, so he actively chose to take the mask. Okay. Was all a fucking ploy, eh? Does it? Fuck off! I have a connection with a strong yokai. Oh. He has that great power as well. Don't touch. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course you will. I'd rather not, honestly, because you lied to me and made me do something just to help you. Yes, finally. I didn't. He's my friend. Fuck you, your worldview isn't the only way, asshole. What's in that letter? Oh, it doesn't matter, it's all ripped up. I agree. I fully agree. Okay, wow. That was a great second part. Less. I must not. Oh, wow, we're gonna actually follow that up? Whoa, that's sick. Awesome. Okay. I'm very happy about that. That means more Taki stuff. I'm so pleased. All right, let's skim the episode that we could just call Mataba is a dick, and it is a dick bat. He's a dick butt dick bad boy. Fuck him. God. I hate how big this place is and how rich they are. Fucking assholes. And they just take over the homes of those who used to serve them. What do you think happens to them? The yokai continue coming after them. Notori clan, how did that happen? And then Shuichi was born. And so the Matoba clan supports each other when a family no longer right. Sure. Quite a few advantages. Obviously, you get all the power. How about it? Do you want to join the Matoba clan? Quote, if you do, I can protect you. 1, no you can't. You actually kind of suck at this. 2, like, we've repeatedly watched you kind of suck at this. 2, I don't want you to. Fuck off. Your definition of protecting me does not align with my definition of protecting me. 3rd, like, no, fuck off. Jesus Christ. And then, let me put it this way, interruption. We do that twice, at least twice over the course of the episode, where Mataba, like, almost expresses something and then interruption, but it doesn't matter, because we know what he was going to express anyway. It was going to suck. Sad that Nyanko is all fucked. I mean, we see this whole scene that's, like, this deeply creepy thing, obviously not a human. Hey, it's a human. It's just a friendly human person. She's going to friendlyly give you some random gum out of nowhere that she's really intent that you chew. I assume that's how they spread the masks. Jesus fuck. That's awful. I don't like the Mataba, do you? They always dress so weird, etc. And then we see the little seam there. Jesus Christ, so creepy. Of course, it is only a little bit later that we start to show, like, we completely change the skin color to make it very obvious that it's a mask. You know, because here, she's not drawn that way. But very obvious that it's a mask. Boom! Fucked it up. Got him, stabbed him, delightful, and that was the whole plan all the time. As usual, Mataba is never straightforward about fucking anything. He's never like, look, there's this yokai, it's been bound to somebody who really hates my clan. I know you don't like my clan either, but there are lots of innocent people here. Maybe you want to help. He's instead like, I'm just going to leave you alone in this room and see if the yokai comes to try to attack you so that I can ambush it. I'm going to use you as bait without your consent. Because that's how I do. Or later when, you know, Nyanko and Natsume actually find the thing, Mataba kills it, and it's like, yeah, by the way, I lied to you about my reasons for doing this. I wanted the prestige of killing this thing in front of all of these exorcists, and also it was an enemy specifically of the Mataba clan, and you helped me defeat it. I appreciate that. But he was never upfront about any of that. It's always behind the scenes. It's always fucking bullshit. And it's so creepy and, like, manipulative and gaslighty and bullshit always. And I just hate him. I hate him so much. I cannot express to you how much I fucking hate this character. I love the character. I hate him in world, right? As a character and part of the narrative, I love him because he is the perfect antagonistic force for Natsume. Natsume is this utterly pure kid who's, like, super sweet and all this stuff, and Mataba is a manipulative goddamn cunt. And I'm sorry for using the C word here, but it applies. He's a goddamn manipulative cunt. There's nothing else that fits. I don't even want to associate with him with something as nice as the vagina. I don't want to do that. I need a worse word. I need a worse word than that for Mataba. He's a goober. He's a dingus. I don't know what stronger words I can use to express my hatred for this character and love for this character in world, you know? Ugh. All right, so there's a pairing. Okay, we got to do a thing. Why not help us out this one time? Call it your... Oh, he always does this, too. I know you don't like exorcists, but why not help us out this one time? You end there, and this is legit. Like, that's pretty straightforward. It's what we said at the end of the last episode, right? we don't see eye to eye, but on this one thing, please help us out. We need your help. And it's for all of us, right? Like, we're aligned on this. Instead, he then adds the next line, which is like so condescending and fucked up. It's like, oh, you're a little goody two shoes. You want to do your good deed for the day. Call this your good deed for the day. There you go. I give you a justification, a rationalization for why you could help us. Fuck off, you condescending cunt. Prick. Grr. Bah. God. All right, so yeah, they might go after Notori. It turns out Notori is there to save you, which is great. And the meeting. Yay, it's a meeting. Woo. I hate them all, like, being interested in Natsume the Shiki and the whole, like, all of them grabbing at him and stuff. It also just kind of demonstrates the attitude of most exorcists toward yokai. Like, this is a yokai. Sure, it's a servant, but it's a sentient being that's wandering around, and everybody's just, like, touching it and, like, what can you do? Show us a trick. It's so fucked. It's so fucked, right? Oh, the way that they all treat yokai is so shitty. When we know directly that yokai are people, right? We know that they can be your friends, and instead they are legitimately slaves. Like, we've done this before, and we've done it in, like, when we're framing Matoba's words, and we just take, like, yokai out of the picture and put in, like, people, right? Oh yeah, enslave the ones that you can use, kill the ones that don't matter, and like, that's it. Or like seal the ones that are, like, dangerous, ignore the ones that don't matter, right? Here we go. We walk into this place. Natsume's pretending to be Matoba's slave. Like, he's a person, even if he's a yokai. And they all just crowd around him and are like, ooh, you've got nice arms. Like, I wonder if you'd work well as a maid in my house. Like, what? It's so fucked up. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Thank you, Nyanko, for the escape. And we do start to see these little zippy zaps occur all over the place. And they happen when Nyanko shows up, so there's this, like, implication that it's just Nyanko moving fast, but then it happens a couple more times, you're like, that couldn't have been Nyanko. That had to have been a piece of paper. Notori is watching from the sidelines. I'm kind of sad that we don't show that Notori was, like, there hiding somehow and being, like, all detective-y cool. That would have been really neat, but it's totally fine the way that it is, and it works great. I particularly like this shot, just the long hallway, the framing of it, the composition. It's nice. It's just nice. I like it. Okay, Sensei feels better, has the barrier, free sake. Weird noises outside. Weird dude upstairs. Hello, hi. Just smoking on the place. I do love this little moment where this other Shiki, like, does this classic, we are the underclass, but I'm over you. It's so funny to me because this is so right on the money. For, like, we are all enslaved here. We are all less than citizens, but I've been here longer than you. And so I'm going to call him Matoba-sama, right? Like, all right, buddy, you get off your high horse, you little piece of shit. Yeah, all right. But yeah, it would make things difficult, blah, 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 talisman. And I hate these little moments. I'll draw a protective talisman. A talisman grabs his hand, yanks him in, right? I hate that. I hate that. Consent, my friend. Like, it's the same thing. Like, you are a tool for me to use. Give me your hand so that I can make you a better tool. This has nothing to do with you, and I don't care about you. Matoba only sees, like, Natsume. Matoba looks at Natsume and he sees, like, a stat block and abilities. He sees, like, what can this guy do if he's a part of my army? Not, like, this is a person. He's a fucking sociopath, like, straight up. Matoba is fully a sociopath. There's no way that he can say the insane, cruel, like, manipulative things that he says without being, like, without lacking compassion and empathy, like, innately. And I would say probably from birth, like, probably a familial, like, lean into that seems likely and possible. Terrifying. Just terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Okay, we move along. Talisman stuff, Tori-san stuff. I don't know, every yokai stuff. Come to think of it, what happens here? Oh, come to think of it, he says that lizard never goes to his left leg. I wonder why. And the hypothetical that he presents is that he'll lose his left leg. That's a really interesting thought. That the yokai or whatever the lizard is like bound to his spirit instead of his physical body, and his spirit doesn't extend to his leg because at some point in the future that leg will not be a part of him. And so like metaphysically it's not a part of him is really cool. That's like a little tidbit of yokai lore stuff that makes this world a lot more interesting. And I wish that there were more of those things because yokai are often kind of generic-y. They're like, I do the protecty thing of something, but really my deal is just my deal. And that's fine because they're people, right? People are kind of generic-y too. We've all got 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth, barring things the people who don't. But like generally we're all pretty generic, so it makes sense. It's fine. But yeah, that's what yokai are, hypotheticals, yada yada. God, and then he goes again. It's our job as exorcists to rid ourselves of them. He gets way too close. Wouldn't you blame anything bad that happens there on yourself and the yokai if the yokai were to get free? Humans are cowards, correct. Ugh. If yokai threaten their lives and hearts, it's our job as exorcists to get rid of them. Fine. I don't feel up to debating Matoba's twisted logic that much more. It's kind of exhausting, honestly. It's fun, it's energizing, but it's also exhausting. Like I love having a bad argument presented to me so that I can tear into it. But I hate when that argument, like, there's no point to arguing against Mataba. His worldview is too twisted, and he doesn't lack the requisite compassion and, like, understanding of other beings to change his mind. So there's no point in arguing with him. But gosh, ugh. Straight into, if you join me, I can protect you once again. And then there's the interruption of the noise again. At the full, like, get the fuck away from me. Like, get your hands the fuck off of me. And then this is the dankest. No matter how many times you ask, I will not join you. I hate you. Go away. Hell yes, Natsume. Standing up, right? Like, I think we said this specifically in the previous episode. I think I specifically said Natsume is not a character who does well with confrontation. During the gazebo scene with Matoba, he kind of freaks out when Matoba threatens his family. He freaks out a little bit in that moment and is like head down, like eyes dark, just stay away from my family, and he just walks, right? He's like, I can't right now. I can't with this. But now he's had a day, he's had a night to think about it, and he can at this point. He's not in that I can't moment. He can. And what he does is he stands up for himself. Enough of this. No matter how many times you ask, I'm not going to fucking join you. And I have my own way of being connected with other people that doesn't have to do with some crazy bullshit loophole contract stuff about your fucking eye being stolen and some like lie that you made to a yokai to gain power. That's insane. Fuck off. I have my own way. And it's way better. I have friends. You'll never understand that. And the truth is, Matoba will never understand that, can never understand that. He's broken as a person, as a character. He's a broken individual with a psychological disorder, obviously. And that sucks for him, but I'm not going to feel bad for him because he's a huge gaping asshole, full of shit, and I hate him. Yeah, that's all I got. Okay, great, cool. Right, I promise I will protect you as long as I have this eye. Fuck off. Oh no, we don't find out about the eye stuff yet, do we? So there's this guy, it flew at me, it was a face, great, and we get yanked by those dudes around. Stupid. This is where, wait, is this where we run into the conversation behind the screen? No, here we go. Exorcists being attacked lately serves them right. What if someone hears you? That eye patch is a sign that they don't keep their contracts. That's why they can't make any decent yokai or good people make a contract with them. They either blackmail them or use spells to make them obey. That tracks. Only the ugly join them. What are you talking about? You didn't know this. An ancestor of the Matoba offered their right eye in exchange for help with a job, but didn't pay up, didn't keep their promise. And so the yokai seek the eye of the master of the Matoba clan always. And that creates a bond to a greater yokai that is giving them greater power, and I think is implied to be the thing that ensures that they keep having children who have great yokai powers. The sacrifice, though, is that they could have that eye stolen, so they have to protect it. That's actually really cool in terms of family lineage, and gives us like an understanding of Matoba. Not like an understanding of him so that we can empathize with him, but like, here's this kid, he's born into this family of exorcists. He is given this power over yokai, but also his eye is constantly up for grabs, and there's a massive yokai that will come and steal his eye if he ever takes his eye patch off anytime in his life. That's a crazy thing to live in, a crazy sort of fear to live in as a child, right? So I mean, I assume that until he became the master of them, the eye wasn't up for grabs. But still, to have that kind of antagonistic relationship from the outset with a yokai, it makes sense how his worldview could have developed. But I still think that there's a core lack of sympathy, empathy, compassion that indicates a mental disorder for Matoba. Distinctly indicates a mental disorder, which makes him less evil and more unhinged and uncontrolled, and that's also terrifying. So that's pretty cool as an element of the story. All right, snaky heady person, stabby person, look up, it's that dude. Hey, you're actually a yokai. Fight the yokai. Yokai runs. Yokai gets shot by Matoba. Great. Also, these fucking idiots, they're like, oh, this gigantic yokai dog has chased down and attacked this scary yokai thing. Let's yank at the dude riding him because he obviously shouldn't be allowed to do this. What the fuck? All right, so we shoot it. Everybody's like, whoa, thanks, Matoba-sama. You're the best. We even frame him kind of heroically in this moment here, like with all the shit falling and his shiki by his sides. God. Okay, and then he goes one more time, I think, on the eye patch thing, right? I'm pretty sure he says it one more fucking time. Yeah, okay, so thanks to you, I was able to find an enemy of the Matoba. Again, this is that gaslighting, manipulative bullshit. He just goes like full into like, great, we've done it. We were able to manipulate to minimize the damage. My job is done. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Get out of here. Bye bye. Your job is done. Also, do you want to join the clan? Just like, hey, fuck off. I just used you for something without your consent in any way and without actually telling you what was going on. First, I used you as bait for the little one, and then I let you go and like wander around and defeat this one, and then I took all the credit for it. And the thing that you were defeating was actually just specifically an enemy of me, which maybe means that it's possibly righteous, and like, if that's a person from another clan that the Matoba family fucked over, then maybe it's legit that he's using the powers of this yokai to attack. Ignore all of that. You did the good thing. I'm happy. That's all that matters. Fuck off. And then he goes, yeah, connection with a strong yokai allows you to maintain a strong power. So if you join the Matoba, I can protect you as long as I, the clan's master, have my right eye. Targeted by a great yokai. So that targeting grants him great power. That's so fucked. Jesus. Okay. And then he touches him. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Little thing in his hair. It's, yeah, a little piece of paper. Unusually long letter, and Matoba figures it out, I think. But I don't know. Help us again, please. No, literally no. No. If something bad happens, please help us again. Fuck you. No. Do it yourself. Deal with it. And I love this moment. Again, this is that situation where Matoba cannot comprehend. Like, it just cannot get through the wall of his perspective. He just full blanks on it. It's like, how did you form a contract with such a great yokai? I didn't. I promised him something because we're friends. And Matoba just watches him leave. He's like, all right, that doesn't make any sense. We really don't get to see his expression there, which I think is a good choice, honestly. All right, he's able to resolve this, but things are always so dangerous. And then he shreds up the letter, and we never know what it said. I wish we knew what it said. I have a feeling that what Matoba put in the letter was probably some information that was tantalizing to Natsume, and maybe very interesting, and maybe we'll find out in the future. I don't know. In any case, I think this was a fantastic two-parter. from the beginning of the two-parter where we establish the status quo to Matoba coming in and threatening everything, the little elements that we get that seed all the hints that we need of like this exorcist, this yokai that's possessing them, this thing, this thing, this thing, all those elements are established by the plot. We see the idyllic life that we want to protect. We throw it into conflict. We show this relationship with Natori versus this relationship with Matoba. We build it all out and make a great sequence for it. And I think that these two episodes were excellent. They interrogate some of the most interesting things about the Natsume world, and they do it in a really fun and interesting way and cause characters to force Natsume to question some of his own ideals. And that's ideal for me. That's great. That's solid storytelling. I love it. I did write down a couple timestamps. I don't remember what they were. I wrote down 1420, and I'm not sure. Oh, no, that was just the dankest conversation was it, was why I wrote that down. And then, yeah, 1350 I wrote down is just a little bit before that, and it's just his conversation about, like, yeah, it's our job. If you go back to the house, won't you blame anything bad that happens there on yourself and the yokai? Fucking asshole. God. Lights a fire in my belly, seriously. Lights anger in me. In ways that a lot of characters do not. Even characters that are like clearly coded as bad guys. This guy is like just the right type of bad guy who thinks he's a good guy and thinks he's all right, and I hate him. But I love watching episodes with him in them because that's where some of the best conflicts and conversations and lines come out of Natsume, is when Natsume is thrown against this, again, diametrically opposed antagonistic force, with a lot of power, right? Like a person who grew up as an exorcist being accepted as an exorcist and found his way to a place of evil. Whereas Natsume like experienced ostracization and all these horrible things in his life and came to this place of incredible purity and like good-heartedness. I love it. I love it. I love it. Just, it's like that Nanase episode that we had that's like one wrong turn leads you down that path and maybe you end up being a totally different person, and that's crazy. It's a crazy thought. I also want to get the fuck away from this frame because it makes me uncomfortable. Thank you. Great. Cool. I'm going to wrap there. I guess I don't need to go away from that frame because I'll be cutting out the video here. But yeah, I've been Teeaboo. This has been Natsume Yuujinchou Go, episodes 3 and 4. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week for more. If I missed anything or you've got your own thoughts on Matoba or Natsume or Shuichi, like I think they're the 3 most popular characters in this show, besides Nyanko and maybe the Fujiwaras. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure that people have some thoughts about this. Throw them in the comments. I'll read them. And if you want the next week's episode a little bit early, you can grab that on Patreon if you'd like to. Check that out if you want, and I'll see you next week. Peace.